What's up? Hey, what's up? Where you from, bro? Hello, India. What's up? Shout out from India. What is this? Whoa, what's with all the spam? Hi, my friend. Sup, broski? If you big music fan, you're on Indian classical music, so. That's cool, man. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for sharing. I'm just making up some music. We've been going over we've had a lot of stress lately, so sometimes when I'm stressed out, I just play piano. Sorry for it. Play Italian brain rot. I wish. How's everyone doing? Did anybody see? I put up on a post. They finally shot and killed Charlie Kirk, 1776. What a sad day. Any opinions on that, guys? Seam, play Italian brain rot. I'll play, I was playing with one thing earlier. Thanks for the compliments, man. Coffee time. Yeah, they shot and killed. How's everybody doing today? Funky, hello. Good to see you, Mufasa. Yeah, a little bummed out today. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Mufasa. I do like to play piano sometimes. I do like to play piano sometimes. Yeah, rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. Absolutely. Making memories. I mean, I can appreciate a good joke, especially when things are sensitive. Let's see. Charlie Kirk lost his first and last gun debate yesterday. What a turning point. Turning Point was the name of his business. Yeah. It's just been a weird day if you go around. It's been a weird day in the United States. You got to think in the last week, we've had a murder of a girl on a train for basically being white. And then you have someone like Charlie Kirk, 1776, who's just having discussions with young people. And you see the consequences of that. So, yeah, my energy's a little down today. Sorry for that, guys. It's just been kind of been one of those days. You know what I mean? Say, how's the Coke? How is the Coke? Well, this is coffee. Ecclesiastes 3:11. He has made everything beautiful in his time, in its time. So this is my coffee. And how is it? It's pretty good. It's got all these things in here. Well, the question is, what is the retaliation? Guys, what's clear to me in today's world is this, okay? If you sit back and you do nothing, you'll watch people, right? We're in a situation right now where things are happening and people are tired of sitting back and doing nothing, right? So when events happen in the world that make a lot of the population tense, they don't stay quiet forever. Typically, that's usually what causes a revolution, that causes a retaliation, a war. So I'm very curious to see how the country responds to the death of Charlie Kirk. I mean, the guy was 31 years old, man. He was 31 years old. 31, married, 2 kids, had a business. What's interesting too, for me, you notice it was September 11th, 2001, and it was basically September 11th, 2025. It was the 10th, but it was basically September 11th was the day that he got shot and killed. Pretty much 24 years later. That's crazy. Who's that? You look like Roman at work. You hairily. Who's Roman Atwood? Somebody said I look like Roman Atwood. Yo, what's up from Spain? Yeah. Well, look, guys, nobody is going to agree. None of us are going to agree with everybody else, right? But it's very dangerous, right? It's very dangerous when people try to get killed for different beliefs. Throughout history, whenever that's happened throughout history, it's never really been a good thing, right? It's never really been a good thing when that's happened in history. Typically, when things like this happen in history, there's a retaliation, like an uprising. And let's be real, it's not like the country is in the most unified state right now. We're not. Our country is not very unified as a whole. So the question is, will the death of Charlie Kirk make the country stronger and come together to look past differences? Or will it create even more diversity? Because right now, people are saying that he deserved to get shot. Now look, no matter whatever your beliefs, yeah, see, LeBron James is in here. I agree with LeBron James. Regardless of your beliefs, it's disgusting celebrating someone dying. Well, here's a caveat. So what about, this isn't what I think, but just on your logic there, do we celebrate when Osama bin Laden got killed? You see what I'm saying? So different people are going to have different belief systems. And in the United States, what we take pride in is that we can have different beliefs, but we can still coexist in the same environment, right? So you do celebrate, like, I'm sure when we found Hitler years ago, the World War II, there was celebration then. When we killed Osama bin Laden, Castro. I mean, there's times in history when people celebrate when they're dead. But for someone like Charlie to be celebrated that he is assassinated for what he was trying to do. I mean, all he was a citizen and a business owner, and he was the voice of a lot of other people. So he was the voice of what a lot of people wanted to say but didn't have the platform to say. So he was the voice of a lot of people. It's very dangerous when far left-leaning liberal individuals don't get their way. This is what they do. They kill you, right? It's throughout history. Same thing happened to Lincoln, right? What happened when Lincoln got too radical? They killed him. LeBron said, James, that one duck, shout out, Amanda Pauls. Yes, so LeBron James says, yeah, I mean, it's not just someone's baby boy. He was a husband. He was a son. You know, for those of you that care, he was in the Christian faith, right? So it's not just like he was some bum, right? Guys, the moral decay of our society, the moral decay. When you are in a society, there's objective morality, right? Do you have a common belief that there's a good or there's a bad? Is there good? Is there bad? If so, is it definitive? Is it subjective? Life is complicated. Everybody knows that. But celebrating someone's death, like celebrating their death, just because you disagree with their opinion, that's pretty tough. That is affecting my internal state of the country. I knew we were bad, but I literally just got off the computer for about an hour and I was watching videos and, you know, doing some work. And one of the videos, they went on a campus Charlie is representative of violence. Well, that's your opinion. Well, if Charlie is a representative of violence, how come he's the one that got killed? Charlie's the one that got killed. And who did he hurt from a violence perspective, right? So, yeah. We got apologists. Well, I think Charlie represented the voice of a lot of people who don't have a platform or are too scared to go out and say what they want to say because they have families and people they want to protect and love. You got to remember, guys, when you have a family and you have responsibility, you have to be very careful of what you do because you don't want your family to get hurt. You get what I'm saying? So Charlie Kirk put himself on the front lines basically just to have a conversation with young college kids. He only wanted to have a conversation and question certain ideologies, CRT being one of them, critical race theory, right? I didn't agree with everything that he said, but guys, just cut off everything and just think about this simple fact. The moral compass of our country is so fragile that people celebrate someone getting shot that isn't a criminal. I mean, think about that. Husband, business owner, right? Father, son, business owner, citizen, taxpayer, inner circle of the White House. I mean, can you guys not see how big of a problem it is, right? He said he was the leader of the MAGA youth. That one duck, are you the only moderator here? Well, you may be, Duck. You may be. That's all right. He said, poor old mod. Say hi to Brazil. He said he never went to college. Yeah, but Amanda, just because you don't go to college, right, doesn't mean that you don't understand what CRT is. I mean, I know it sounds crazy, but you don't have to go to school to learn. You can just go to a computer and you can research and find out things, right? You know, going to school just to learn, you know, one of Charlie's biggest points that he would say is that a lot of college is a waste of time. And I actually think it is. I think a lot of college is a waste of time. I mean, if you have a specific degree or you have a specific job that you do that needs credentials, sure, you need to get that. Usually science and engineering. But like right now, do you guys know there's something called Coursera? You can spend $50 to $60 a month and you can get Google, Amazon, IT-based certificates through Coursera, right? And you can get that same information. Then you just have to make a portfolio, like when you try to hire someone, just stuff that you've done. But, you know, you shouldn't just be paying money to go to school to not really learn. Like I mean, does that not make sense to you guys? A lot of times when you go to campus and you go to school, you completing a degree program just shows that you're able to show up to work every day. It's more like, oh, I will show up to work, I will do my job. That's pretty much what a degree program is. You know, like there's a lot of degree programs that I think people pay money for that I don't think they should get. I mean, instead of doing that, why not just go take HVAC and go get your HVAC licenses and then go make You know how many people can make $100,000 a year? Okay, just going and getting an HVAC certificate. Or if you want to go make money, just go drive a truck. You know, I'm not saying it's going to be like wealthy, but go get a CDL, go get a CDLA, right? Go get a certificate or something that allows you to bring income. And then when you get money coming in, take the money that you have coming in and then invest it, right? The sooner you have money coming in and the sooner you put that money into other places and you invest it, that's the way to make money. You have to work to make money, and then you take some of that money and then you invest it. Simple as that. Charlie, I'm your biggest fan. His ghost is here. What is this? McLovin is here. Can I possess you for a... Charlie Kirk's ghost. Jesus, man. What's it like in the afterlife? Hey, Kirk, what's it like in the afterlife? Was it a turning point in your career? Try to make some light on the situation. I don't want money. Exactly, as also Chris is being spied on right now. Yeah, I try, man. Trust me, I have my limitations just like y'all do. You know, we've had a couple deaths in the family here recently, and I can give you guys this empathy. I know firsthand how hard some of you guys are working. Don't stop. Just don't stop. So when I come on these talks, a lot of times I'm talking to you as if I'm, by the way, love you, rotten on hell. What is this? The afterlife is hot and terrible. Well, Charlie Kirk's ghost, I hope you have a great afterlife experience. Sorry that you had to get shot, but hey, Charlie Kirk's ghost, I guess, what can I say? Guess see you on the other side. I'm on the East Coast. I'm Coach Chris, man. So yeah, so a lot of times when I come here and talk to you guys, what is this? A debate? Yeah, we can do a debate. I'm always open for a debate. But when I do debates, I don't like to have a debate to win. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. Oh, we're on the East Coast for sure. No, what I would like to do, I can send an invite when I go live, and I don't mind talking to any of you guys. If any of you guys want to go live and just have a conversation, I'll go live randomly with people just to help you guys get some viewership, right? You said, I wish you were my dad. Well, listen, it's time we've talked. It's been a long time since I've seen your mother. It's been a long time. So, you know, all good things must come to an end. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. So Taylor, what you want to do is you want to hit the like and subscribe and put the notifications bell. So when I do go live, that you see it. We're 33% away of being monetized. So yeah, just on a side note, I need about 2,000 more hours of live watching content, as in, ooh, excuse me, I'm sorry for that. As in, I need 2 more hours, 2,000 more hours of you guys watching me. And then I'll be monetized. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. Oh, short history, but lots is happening. Yes, of course the channel loves its supporters. Sorry, but yeah. I'm gonna have to tell a joke. You guys got to remember, like, I am basically, this last year has put so much stress on my body that when I come to these things to talk to you, I really enjoy you guys just talking about your own stress, and we can all kind of come in here and just kind of mingle in a room where people are respectful. And I want this room to be somewhere where you can ask me anything about anything, and I will give you my opinion on it and leave it to the group to continue to discuss inside the chat. What does it says? You said, man, you look just like Charlie. You think I look like Charlie Kirk? Why? Is it because I'm a white guy? Do all white people look the same? Just playing. The hairstyle? Yeah, the hairstyle is just meant to be professional. Keep it short, 1 to 2, taper in the back. Easiest way to try to look somewhat professional is to at least try to keep somewhat of a hairstyle. You are the reason can you play, sir? The hairstyle, what's your opinion on the rule of law? What do you mean the rule of law? You are the reason can you play, sir? I think you look like that guy from Stand By Me, but grown up. Stand By Me. Interesting. Are you gay? No, I am not gay. Okay. Definitely not Charlie Kirk. I am not gay, but, you know, I don't care. Oh, you said you like my tattoo? Oh, thank you. Which one? You know, one of my goals with piano is to be able to play more songs. Most of what I play right now is a lot of original stuff. I'll probably play something. My goal is to play music that has an emotional effect on other people. I don't really try to play a song. I just try to play different emotions to make people feel certain things. I'm limited, but I will try to play. is it the Dan Cook one? Think I'm just very talkative. Oh, okay. Talk all you want. Nice melody. Yeah. Da 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 da. It's 1 5 1. Or there's one like this. Let's see. I didn't like that. It doesn't sound right. I just can't quite get it. I don't know, something like that. What is this? Yeah. Yeah, Bunby, continue to post. Just post, man. Here's a trick for you guys, right? What's up? Whatever's going on that day, open up your phone and then find a headline and just talk about a headline. That's Mama, I'm coming home, I think. I'm coming What is this? No, but here's the thing. Just a shout out for you guys. I mean, I don't have a huge channel. I mean, I'm coming up on 3,500, but I did grow like 2,000 of those subscribers recently. And just take it for a grain of salt. Anybody who's into this chat, go into some of my old videos and shorts. Just go out randomly through my videos and just comment. Bye, Bunby. See you. It's good to see you. Go into some of my videos and my shorts, right, on my channel, and just type, hey, thanks for sharing. Would love to connect sometime. And then when I go through my comments, I'll come into those, I'll see those comments. And if you have some content up, then I'll do my best to go into your feed and comment from time to time. I try to do that for people who consistently come to my channels. It may only be 5 or 10 minutes here and there, but it's still something. You know what I mean? So, what's the point of these chats that we have? Well, I just wanted to play piano because that's what I wanted to do. So, I'm only going to be able to talk based on the questions that you guys ask. So, today's subject was Charlie Kirk. I'd like to take a poll, and I guess you can I don't actually have the poll button because I'm on my phone, but if you are happy that Charlie Kirk got shot, then put a smiley face. If you're sad, put a sad face. And if you're indifferent, just put an NA. I'm just curious about what you guys around the country and even around the world, I'm just curious about what you guys actually think. Don't be weak. Yeah, don't be weak. Say what you want to say. What does it say? Stop biting your tongue. Yeah, that's my main thing for you guys. I'm taking a consensus. Tyler Law. Hello. Yeah, Bradley, thanks for sharing. Bradley is strong enough to step up to the plate and say something. Cool. Jesus loves you. It's always good. Yeah, see, Bradley said loss of human life in such a disturbing way over free speech is unacceptable. I agree with Bradley effing Sharp. Nice ink, bro. Thank you, Billy the Kid. Jesus loves you. I think Jesus loves everybody, bro. But nothing wrong with a little reminder. So what are we talking about? I'm genuinely curious because it says I've only got 22 views in right now, but I've got 25 thumbs ups. So typically when people come in, I may not have the most amount of viewership, but I usually get a bunch of thumbs ups compared to the amount of viewers in my room, normally. For my analytics. But the main question is this, just like Brad mentioned earlier, is it acceptable for so many people to be so against, right? Is it acceptable for so many people to be so against Charlie Kirk that people are actually glad that he's dead? Like, it's okay to disagree with someone, but what happens in a society where people start to kill you if you disagree with them? That's what we had before the United States was created, right? We formed the United States because it used to be if you went out and you talked, people would kill you or they would throw you in prison. We created the United States so we can have open dialect. We can engage back and forth, and we can come to commonalities. When a high percentage of the population does not realize that, as in, I see the younger the generation is, there's more and more of what seem to be morally poor people at a younger age aging as the morally wealthy people begin to die in our country, and that's happening at a rapid rate. Does that make sense? What is this? Boy can't even speak English. Only bad guys kill unprovoked people. Yeah. Only bad guys kill unprovoked in public setting. Well, I don't know if it's only bad guys that do that, but killing people over policies that are not even, I mean, you got to remember, Kirk was killed discussing policies. Not even discussing policies, but having conversations in a public campus. So if you're in public campus and you're having a conversation, public campuses, especially universities, are usually taxed and if they're a public university, it's the tax dollars that built that establishment, right? The school and everything. So you're on a public campus paid for by taxpayers, literally the most public area you can get. And when you're killed in public like that, that is a direct reflection of the moral compass of the society. Now you must ask yourself, what does that lead? Where does that lead people in the near future? Where does that, is this going to get worse? And it happened almost exactly a week or so after I forget what the Ukrainian lady was, but she got stabbed with a knife on a bus and nobody helped her. You know, the timing of these events, something is at play that's bigger than what we are seeing right now. And I'm curious to see what is going to be the ultimate outcome. What's this? A professional. ABC Def. Yeah, that might be, hey, look. Nobody is saying that Kirk is right about everything, but at the end of the day, Kirk, as a citizen of the United States, he has the right to go into public areas paid for by public money, right? State and federal funds, like on campuses. He has a right to go out there and talk about anything that he wants as long as he's not doing it in a way that violates the Constitution. Right? He has that right. You have that right too. Go out there and do it. Go out to a campus and just start talking. Everybody has that right. Right? Like everybody has the ability to do that. Nothing's stopping you from going out there to a campus and just sitting up and doing videos and stuff. But what happens when you try to do that and a lot of the younger generation is fighting you? Now, the younger generation, people like in their early 20s, there's so much about how the way of the world works that you don't understand yet. And you having an environment where you can just go on campus and openly talk in front of a bunch of people and get feedback, that's actually kind of, man, I wish I had that when I was younger so I could have, learned more, What do you say this? What is this? With 122,000 commented on my things, I don't really care. If someone has 1 subscriber or they have 150 subscribers, I treat them the same. I hope that someone that, ask me anything. If you have like 150,000 subscribers and you want to comment on here, that's fine. Whether you have 1 million subscribers or 1 subscriber, I'm going to talk to you like the same. if it's just a discussion. It doesn't matter how many subscribers we have. Obviously, we want more people to see it, so there's more viewership. There's a case for that, but if someone has a large channel and they want to send an invite, any of you large channel holders, let's do a live where we just discuss back and forth ideas about certain sensitive topics. I'll go live on the spot and do that. And if I don't know something, I'll be the first to tell you. I mean, there's lots of things I don't know about, but I can tell you one thing. This is one thing I do know. Life is very short, so no matter what you're doing, at least try to do something that you enjoy that gives you some life. Like me, I feel like playing piano right now. I'm gonna redo Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Champanella, not off the top of my head. Oh, Gino, great song. I wish I knew November Rain. The closest thing I had to November Rain was I was playing with an Ozzy Osbourne scale, which is D. Times have changed. Times have changed. Here I come, but I ain't the same. Something like that. Yo, Alexander, I have a noodles. Remember me? Alexander, hey, noodle, noodle, noodle. Which one's like? No Gershom. All right, topic of the day. Okay, next topic. Next topic. Now I'm going to play this other little thing. I love, oh, soy sauce is so good. I wish I knew Rush E. What team you support? What team you support? I think everybody's on the same team. We're all on the same team. Everybody's on the same team. I try to stay on the side of truth. If I could prefer to be on any team, I guess it'd be the team of truth or the team of winning. What's up? Sunderland AFC. Do I know London Bridge? You know what's so funny? I can't even think about what that sounds like in my head, like London Bridge. I can't even think of it in my head. Oh, I can play a little bit of the river. That duck, I will sub to you. Quack, quack. This is probably one of the better ones I have. appreciate your engagement. Yeah, today's been one of those days. Ooh, I know my energy is not where it normally is today. So for me, it's the same thing. No TV, no nothing. Not off the top of my head. It takes a lot of energy for me to sit down and try to learn a song. It really does. And I'm not saying that's good or bad. I'm just, as an observation to myself, it's something I've observed. Let me see this real quick. My mom just sent me a message. My bad. She's on a date. My mom is on she's on a date with this guy who just took her out for lobster, and she's real happy. Anyways, you're really good. You said you're really good at what? Piano? Thanks, man. I wish I was better at piano. I still try to practice. Thank you. If I took piano serious, I might be able to do something. I just don't take it as serious as I should. Somebody asked me, what do I do? I'm entrepreneur, business stuff. I coach people how to start businesses. I teach classes, stuff like that. Do YouTube lives. Fart, apparently, when I... Nope. If you heard that, that was me farting. Because I guess I'm nasty. I'll put this over here. See over here. My arms coming in. My arms look good. They look all right. Let's see here. What was my dream growing up? It's a good question. What was my dream growing up? Wow, Tesla did really good today. So, if you can see over here, these are a couple, right over here, little stock charts. I wanted to see how I did in my account. All right. Well, I did make one trade today. It was a small trade. It was only like $70. But I made it in like 10 minutes. So in 10 minutes, I made like $70. That's always fun. Doesn't always happen like that, but that's cool. Do I play any other instruments? I like wind instruments. I like stuff that you blow into, like trumpets and stuff. There you go. Do I have a job? Is that what that says? YouTube. Yeah. It's my office. I do sales. Yep. Yeah. Oh, nice. You can play clarinet? Yeah. Yeah. I was going to do something. God, I tell you, the older I get, every year that gets older, sometimes I just feel like my brain stops working sometimes. Maybe I need some water. Maybe that's what it was. All right. What we got? That's what's up. So, no. Other questions? All right, so we went on here for about an hour. We'll check the stats. And then what I think I'm about doing, I don't know if I want to go out. I've got some office work I need to do. I want to do this, and then I've got to check some more emails. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Said you look like you're. He said I kind of look like Bruce Willis. Can I do a push-up? Yes, I can. Yes, I can do a push-up. My handsome. Oh boy. Ah. Somebody said I look 6'4", 260. 6'4", yep. Weight, like, I actually weighed myself earlier this morning. I'm about 240, 235. Mm-hmm. A sibling? Do I have siblings? A couple. I am the only biological child from my father and mother. So I have a half brother and a half sister. Half brother, half sister. Bryce. I kind of thought about going to the gym real quick, getting a little pump. You guys ever eat these? These Luna bars? These things are so good. These lemon zest. Oh. Shout out to the lemon zest Luna bars. God, they're so good. All right. So, the Looney Tunes jersey. I got this at a thrift shop. I live in the South. Right? So, trust me, I do dress nice from time to time. But if I'm not in an office environment, I'm dressing comfortable. Do I support the LG HD TV? Come here. Yep. Lego. That was the title of this video. Yeah, Lego, if you look at the title of this video, right? You'll notice that in the title of this very video, no joke, I talked about that same thing. About Charlie Kirk being dead. Yeah, I don't know what's up. The last few days, my energy has been like, I don't know, I've been down on my energy. I might need to go see the doctor. And again, I haven't gone to the doctor other than the military physicians, in quite a while. The last couple of days, my energy's been kind of down, but I think it's because I changed my sleep cycle. I'm just not. We had a bunch of deaths in the family the last couple of years, and it's just been one of those things where it's just always something to do. But what's funny is I'm doing this experiment when I go online with you guys, and I talk to you guys. I find that having conversations with you guys is kind of fun for me. Because I want to try to get monetized and then build a community, but I want to see how big of a potential community this can become. I do not know that. What is this? He said, my man. He said, my man, we want to spread the awareness of people that don't have the right to watch TV. Kind of. Like Rick Ross or Betty White. What do you mean by that, Ramdam? Spinuk. Lego, ooh. What does it say? Ooh? Lego, ooh? Why haven't I been streaming? Well, I mean, you got to think, if you look at my profile, I mean, I literally can't stream all day, guys. I've got other stuff to do. But I've been coming on and streaming for like an hour here and there from time to time just to try to, stay engaged with you guys. The main thing is, what I'm noticing is my best times of streams are typically in the evening at night. So what I think I'm going to start doing is start doing more streams in the PM, because in the PM it's just like during the middle of the day right here, I get a lot of people are working their 9 to 5s and stuff, but I get most of my streaming from other countries when it's not when it's not in the middle of the day. That's what I've kind of noticed. How your name Blue? Howdy. A revelation right now. Revelation? What you mean? Howdy, howdy. Can you make me one? He made me one. Make you what? Yes, Sunderline. The reason Lego is a moderator is because he has the ability to help me control the chat. So essentially, I nominate different people moderators for different reasons. There's a list of criteria that I go by, and Lego match that criteria. People who come into my streams more frequently and they comment more, I consider making them moderators. So that's how that works. Mr. Scroller, off the top of my head, I don't think I know it. Well, if you want to become a moderator, you can. What I need to do is take my laptop. What I need to do is go out to the park. The only problem is, man, I want to go out and I want to go work, right? Like I want to go get some work done outside, but it's so hot that if I go out and get sweaty, some of my nice clothes will get sweaty. All right. So can I play the Harry Potter theme song? No, not on the piano. But what I can do is procrastinate a little bit longer for my task. That's probably what I'm going to do. Eat another one of these bars. Wow. All right, guys, ask some questions. All right, I'll ask some questions. Good or bad? Charlie Kirk getting shot. Is that good or bad? What is it? Mm-hmm. 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 Mm. Yeah. Up. Up. Yep. Ah. How was my workout? This is a little workout room right here. It's a good spot. What's my business? I do a few of them. I have a few businesses. If you want to learn more about my businesses, or if you're looking for a business coach, someone to help you kind of like, I guess, what do you say? I specialize in teaching people how to close deals, engage with individuals, have conversations, have simple conversations, stay cool, calm, collective, kind of be professional, mindset training, stuff like that. And what I do is I teach people how to be more engaging in conversations. Like, for example, if you're in a business setting, how kind of to do that. Nice shapes. Thank you. Okay. Garlic, good. Oh, Garden God, welcome back. Yeah, if you're looking for a coach or for someone that's I'll actually show you how to engage with people, how to make people laugh, all that stuff. You remember a lot of those things, guys, when I come on stream with you guys, I'll talk to you from time to time, but you know, the real value of what I teach, you know, I'm not gonna go over the valuable points during these calls or during these lives. I save that for when people actually pay for my time. And it's nothing bad. Like I'll give you ideas from time to time, stuff that you can do, and I'll help you believe and run through some things with you. But if you want to work with me one-on-one, then just message me on YouTube. Go to the top of my YouTube profile and there's an Instagram page, right? I have a Venmo link for donations and an Instagram page, right? So all you have to do is message me, right? Message me directly on Instagram if you want to learn more about how to coach or get into business and do what I do. I mean, you guys do know that I do work on the insurance business. I was a personal trainer. I do a lot of sales on the computer and phone, and that's kind of how I like to do it, you know? I like to have business models where somebody can call me or talk to me and I can do all the business right there, or I drive to someone's house and I have a conversation with them and I have a service that they need, right? In order to make money in the world, you have to provide a good or a service. You have to provide something that someone else wants. They may not know they want it. They either need the service, they want the service, or you entertain them. You feed people food. You give people something fun to discuss. You have a good atmosphere, you know. What's this? I own a tech company. Garden God, that's what's up. Yeah, and Garden God will tell you. You know, if you own your own company and you're your own boss, it's the best thing in the world. Like, it doesn't come without its own challengings. Trust me, it sucks sometimes because you have to get the stuff done, but you get to decide how to do it. So because you're making the decisions, you're kind of, you know, you get to leverage time. Now, that doesn't mean that it's not bad working for someone else. Like, it's okay to work for other people from time to time and they pay you money for things. That's fine. All right. But yo, bro, need some advice about not being able to control my aggression. YB. Okay, it's a good question. It's pretty common. YB, how old are you? Yep, Garden God's got it, yeah. Yeah, so you work alone, you work by yourself, you have to get things done. Yeah, look, there's nothing wrong with working to make money. You don't have to be a business owner to become a millionaire either. You just have to know that when you make money, how much of that money are you spending? How much do you have coming in? And then are you buying things with the money that you have coming in? Are you buying things with that money that's appreciating, right? Like stocks and bonds and cryptos and IRAs and CDs and all, and life insurance policies, right? All that stuff. Do you think yourself as a creative person? Probably, yeah. Scroller, definitely would. But Mr. Scroller, since YB is the number one on here on my comments, I'm going to address his questions first. Lego, good to see you. Thanks for coming in, moderator. Garden God. Yep. Always good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, I mean, even right here, 13 people, that's 13 hours. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Man, I could be monetized by the end of the month if I really wanted to do it. But boy, that would be a lot of work. Be a lot of work. Anyways, what we got here? I disagree, AFC. AFC, I disagree. In order to make mass amounts of money, you need to go to school and a good job and even more. What is this? I also own a game I made called Trucker Tycoon. Oh, that's cool. Editor, that's what's up. Okay. Yeah, so here's the thing. Going and getting a good paid job is probably the safest way to get wealthy, but it's not the only way. Like, guys, you know, you can start a business. You just have to find something, a product or a service that people want to buy or sell, like insurance. I use it all the time. Okay. Everybody needs insurance, right? The older you get, the more insurance you need, right? Yeah, I do have a ceiling fan. Yeah, right there. Yeah. So here's the thing. You don't have, look, if you just want to go work for a company, that's great. Get educated. If you were going to do something like that, I would go get certified through tech. I would go through Coursera. I would get a bunch of the AP Plus certificates. You could do cyber coding, data analytics. You can go through a lot. You can do a lot of fun. I say fun. You can make good money going through and doing that. But you ain't got to go to college in order to make good money. Mr. Scroller, got to see you. See ya. Yep. You just have to identify. I mean, it's kind of a complicated question because you gotta remember, sometimes I talk to people that are in their 60s and sometimes I talk to people that are 15. So in my mind, I'm thinking about all the different people I've talked in my years of business and what's most important to you right now. What's most important to you? Do you wear 100% cotton zip hoodies? I have no idea. I don't really pay attention. Like, I have some nice clothes, right? But most of the clothes that I got, I always shopped at thrift stores. I tell people that my whole life. You know, I grew up without a lot of money. So, for me, what is this? I don't know what you're talking about, Daniel Garcia. Yeah, for me, you should do a business. Like if you're gonna work somewhere, you just need to get experience. You just need to work somewhere where either A, you're doing something that's technical that you have to use your hands, skills for, or if you're not doing a technical job, do a job where you get to talk to people and you have to close a deal. You have to sell something, you have to negotiate. Talking and negotiating, those are skills that I teach. You know, just how to negotiate a deal, finding value, features, benefits, all that good stuff. What's up? Samuel David. Yeah, go ahead and ask. Yeah, guys, just so you know, if you're new to the channel, I come in here live to do therapy with you guys. I basically, as a business owner and an entrepreneur, some days I come in here and I just come and play piano for a little bit and talk to you guys before I go back into my dungeon. 4 likes of 50? What does that say? What does that say, 4 out of 50 likes? Hi. Three now. Yeah, I don't know. On my side, it's got 21 viewers and 46 thumbs ups. Let me grab my my dex code. My dex code, right? Dirk. All right. Get my little dex coder here. Yep. What we we got? We got 50 likes, 3 now. Can you help me to freelance like editing part? Yep. Of course I can. Look, I done told you guys, if you want to start a business or you're looking for a business coach or kind of what you want to do, and you have a little bit of a budget, message me on Instagram and set up a time to talk to me. What I'm not going to do is do it during my videos though. I will tell you this though, this thing is kind of cool. So this is a major and minor noisy clan decoder. I got this just to kind of practice. So basically, I'm going to be in the key of A flat. So what it does is it kind of shows me the A flat, and I say, okay, there's A flat. So I'm going to take A flat scale, which is there, right? Yeah. So there's A flat. So let's take that and put it there. Something like that. Let's go. You just go up to the top of my YouTube link in my profile. It's there. It's America United 1776. What does it say? Does it say, do you have to see the toilet go to the mirror? That's funny. Can't. That's funny. You don't like my bathroom over there? That is kind of funny, actually. Rare earth minerals. I think that rare earth minerals are extremely valuable. Oh, what's the Instagram ID? I'm pretty sure it's, yeah, America United 1770. Yeah, America United 1776. Yeah, America United 1776. Right? So the Instagram is America United 1776. By ear. Okay, I think I got it. Yo, man, it's me. We met a while. Ada Adonis Wild. That name looks familiar. Hello, a musician in Uganda. Can I join you? Yeah, why not, dude? Come right on in, dude. Oh, I can start a poll? Dang, I didn't know that. Man. I didn't realize I could do that. I just realized I could start a poll. I'm sorry. You said, can I join in? Yeah, I don't think I can invite you into the stream, though. I wouldn't really call myself a musician as much as a lot of people. Oh, I got my knickers. Okay, B. Something like that. I'm in the States. Oh boy, held for review. Let's see. What does this say? No disrespect, but you kind of look like mandatory fun day? Yeah. Oh. All right. Oh, I didn't even mean to hide your message. Oh, well, you're entitled to your opinion. Yeah, so for me, it's kind of like this. I'll tell you right now, don't judge a book by its cover. I'm telling you right now, guys, one thing life has taught me is to never judge anyone based on their cover. Now, people can do things, but let's just say there's different types of people in the world, different types of aptitudes. Life has taught me two things. Murphy's Law. Oh, Elkin's razor. Brandon Lowry. Yeah, the razor. What is it? Locum's razor. Yeah. Okay, Adonis. Yeah. Let's see. I don't like. Yeah, see, so I don't like Charlie. Well, it's not just sad. I think it's intolerable. It's like unacceptable. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It seems really unacceptable that that should be allowed. And I think that the left-ending liberals just opened up a can of whoop ass that have. I think the Democratic Party, between the stabbing of that girl on the bus, right? I forget her name, but the blonde-headed girl who got stabbed basically, I think she came from Ukraine. Don't quote me on that. But between her, right, and Kirk both dying so recently, there's going to be a retaliation on this. You can see it everywhere. I just know that in the past, these types of events have caused very bad outcomes in the past. So I don't know what's going to happen, but I can tell you right now, the far left does not want a war with the far right. Like, liberals can't defend themselves, man. Most of them can't. They don't know how to fight. And you may not like it. Keith, I want to be Prodigy back. What is that? Who's Keith? Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Have I ever been Keith Flint from The Prodigy? Keith Flint from The Prodigy. Who is Keith Flint? Should I know who that is? Have I ever been to Japan? Yeah, I lived in Japan for 3 years. I was in Japan for 3 years. Rest in peace, Kirk. So we've got 20 votes. So 60% bad, 35% good, 10% indifferent. That's what I'm getting at. Like, I got a question to people that says it's good. Like, no joke. And again, I am not going to judge you. Guys. Okay. Okay. For those of you that said, okay, that it's good that Charlie Kirk got shot. Not those that are indifferent. But why is it good that he got shot? Like, why is it good? I don't understand that. Convince me that Kirk getting shot is good. Hello. Yeah, indifferent means that you didn't really care. It's like maybe you didn't follow him. Maybe you're just not into politics. It's kind of just like just indifferent. Not good, not bad. Just indifferent. You know what I mean? Right in the middle. Well, really, I guess it's not even in the middle. Indifferent would be it didn't affect you. Right? Okay, cool. Andrew, 69. Yeah, see, that's what I'm getting at because look, I did not agree with everything that Mr. Kirk said. I don't think anybody on earth believed everything that Mr. Kirk said. I will say this, there's some things that he said that I did agree with, and there's some things he said that I did not agree with. But at the end of the day, he was killed for expressing his opinion. He was killed for expressing his opinion. Convince me that that's a good thing. Yeah, convince me. Maybe I should put it short. Convince me that that's a good thing. All right. Yeah, convince me that's a good thing. And we're back. Chris, have you ever been to Korea? I have not. Woo! Let's go. We are talking about controversial subjects simply because this is an attempt at clout. But I'm also genuinely curious about what you guys' opinions are. I want to know, YouTube, you guys are younger on here. Because you guys are younger, I want to know, right? I want to know what makes you think that it's okay for someone with a political belief. I just want to know what makes someone think it's okay to have someone die because they have a difference of opinion. Because look, I'm curious why you think it's okay. Not that you have a difference of opinion, but like it's actually okay. Okie dokie, get my coffee going. What we got now? Chris, do you agree that no one deserves to die because of their political opinion? No one? I have one of those, most yes. Here's the thing. You say, do you think Hitler survived World War II? Probably not. Probably not. So, hi. Yeah, I think, I don't think you should die because of your political opinion. Correct. Now keep in mind, when I say political opinion, I mean if you have an opinion and your opinion is yours, but your opinion is not causing, your opinion is not causing other people to be harmed, yeah, you may have an opinion I disagree with, but does that mean that you should die? I can't see that. Platypus, welcome back. Brandon. So while we have a list of all that, America is silly, yes or no? America can be silly sometimes, just like everything. We are World War defending champs 2 times in a row, though. And no matter which way you slice it, it's probably not a bad idea to stay in shape for the next one that's coming. Silly geese. Yeah, see, third roulette. This is what I'm talking about. See, that's my point. It's not like, what was Charlie Kirk able to do with his power? What was he able to do with his political opinion? Was he attacking? Like, Charlie wasn't really he wasn't really attacking anybody on his he didn't have a political agenda. He was literally just going around this country, talking to people, talking to young students, campuses, and having open conversation. Having open dialogue and an open conversation. What is wrong with that? Do I think World War III is going to happen soon? It's already going on, brother. World War III has already started. Sorry. In the future, you can consider becoming a moderator. Oh, in the future. I haven't checked me on Instagram, but I'll check my Instagram and I'll message you back. Okay, Samuel. I get a lot of messages. Is it going to be under Samuel? Is it the same name? Is it going to be a different name? Just message on there that you talked to me on the stream, and we'll find a time to get together. My strength is not as high as it was. My strength is fading, and I'm trying to figure out why. I feel like my body feels a little weak today. All right. Get my coffee cup. Should Muslims live in America? Well, here's the question. I hear you. You say the question is, should a Muslim live in America? Can you be an American citizen and a Muslim at the same time? Can you? That's a serious question. If you can live in the United States as a citizen, right? If you're a citizen of the United States and you want to be a Muslim, as long as you got to think, when you say Muslim, because you got to remember, there's religion and then there's like culture. Some cultures, you cannot be part of their culture and be an American citizen because that conflicts. In order, okay, say what you want, Dat Duck One. All right. So, no, World War III has already began. It began a while ago. It just has been kept under monitors, right? It's not as bloody as the wars before, but we're right on the verge of something really bad that could potentially happen. You gotta remember, guys, what happened after World War II? The Federal Reserve opened up. Anyway, I won't go off that rant. He checked the AI internet. I mean, if you look at everything from the Gaza Strip to Ukraine to the murders to the assassination attempts, and we're pretty much already living in what could be considered a third world prep. I bet if Trump would not have been elected, we would already be in World War III, like firing hard. Trump ended 7 wars. 7 wars in the last, was it 3 months? The what opened up? Rest in peace, Kirk. Rest in peace. What we got? 52 votes in now. Let's see. 62 say bad. 23% say good. 15% indecent. Yeah, just look it up. One duck. Charlie Kirk. Just go Google on a separate screen. Charlie Kirk. He was a business owner and a civilian. He had a business called Turning Point, where he helped young men and young women have open conversations on college campuses. He went to the college campus and had open conversations with students and professors at a variety of different educational levels and had open dialogue with them. Just Google it. You see, that's where the interesting thing comes in here. He says, this is bloody awful. He said, he preached the wrong gospel. He was feeding university students targeting. Yeah, so I don't really think what Charlie Kirk wasn't feeding anything. Guys, Charlie Kirk, okay, he went to schools. Who pays for those schools? The taxpayer. When you go to a campus, a college campus, and you're an American citizen, your taxpayers pay for that campus. You can go to that campus anytime that you want, right? Now, you go to campus, you are allowed to go up there and have conversations with people. There's nothing against that. As long as you follow the Constitution, right? and you uphold the Constitution, you can go to campuses and do that. There's nothing wrong with what he did. So if you, right now, if you are telling me, no, right now, if you are telling me, like in this book or whatever you are, if you're telling me, where in the world can I get free university? I don't know. You could try Google. Go to a library. You want to go to a library, go get books. Go learn about books from subjects from years ago, old books before certain years. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you're a Muslim, look, if you want to practice the Muslim faith in the United States, nobody can take that away from you. You know what this is? Okay, this is the Constitution, right? The Declaration of Independence, right? Article 1, Constitution, there's the Declaration. Article 1. All right. So, I think I'm going to do a course where I'm going to go through here and I'm just going to read the entire Constitution to, like, how many of you guys have actually ever read the Constitution? Maybe that's what I should do. Maybe I should start a series on here. Yeah, under what conditions in Cuba? Yeah. Enjoy the lead in your cup. You say enjoy the lead in my cup? Enjoy the fact that you and I are both going to die and there ain't nothing we can do about it. I might get there a little sooner than you because of the lead in my cup. But you got to forget, we both dying of something. Oh, we got a lot of stuff. Star Dolphin's back. Welcome back, Star. All right. How about put the gun controls and don't allow people to own guns and save people from gun violence? No. How about the gun controls and don't allow... No. Dude, I do not agree with that. The right to bear arms. Nah. Guys, I don't believe that. When it comes to owning arms, you should be able to own your guns. Guys, it's the right to bear arms. It's like right here in the Constitution, guys. Okay? So, you can get a copy of this at the Hillsdale College course in politics if you want. Yeah, but we have all the amendments all right through here. But how many of you guys have actually gone through and actually read the document? It's something that needs to be done. I need to do it on YouTube. Would y'all sit here if I did this and read some of this? Would y'all would y'all listen and we can go over this? The Yeti? What's wrong with Yeti? You know, there may be some lead in my cup. What did you say? What are we doing back? What do you mean by the taxpayer? No. What I'm saying is, no. What I was saying is, if you are on a college, earlier someone mentioned in the call, someone mentioned that Charlie was targeting and going places in this, and my rebuttal to that was, well, Charlie wasn't like going out and just targeting universities for the sake of universities. He was targeting because it's a public place to go with a lot of students, and a lot of the students are going to be voting soon, and he went to talk to the youth because it's the youth that's going to be driving the future of our country. So, yeah. You said, I want to know what the Constitution says. I'm Bud Balking. What is this? So you're welcome, Detroit. Yeah, so it seemed like a lot of people hated Charlie. A lot of people hated Charlie because he was a Christian. Look, guys, at the end of the day, you live your life and I live my life. I'm not going to try to change what your beliefs are, right? If you don't want to be a Christian, don't be a Christian, okay? If you want to be a Christian, be a Christian. Like, I don't really care what you choose to do. But what does trouble me is when laws are made that are hurting people. And when I say hurting people, everybody hears me say that, and they do not understand what I'm actually saying because I guess my vocabulary is not the best. Charlie felt that when you get an abortion, right, that's murder. And the conversation is, what is a life? Like, what is a human life? You have a male and a female, right? They engage in sex, and then you have a clump of cells, and then that clump of cells turns into a human. And the issue we were facing is that human being, when is it alive? When is it not? Does life happen at conception? Does life happen later? You know, there's a lot of complicated subjects that people cannot discuss without basically resorting to violence. And if anything, what Charlie Kirk demonstrated was the people's there is a reason, for some reason, the people in the church and the people outside of the church seem to be in two different groups. And then there's a bunch of other people who don't even go to church and they don't want to be in part of either one of those groups. And that's wrong. The purpose of the church is to create a moral and ethical compass for humanity, which means we treat each other as a person. It's kind of like a moral compass, if you will. The idea is that if we treat each other the way Christ tried to teach us, right? Love one another, right? Do unto others, golden rules, all that stuff. If you act in that way, that will be replicated by other people. And if I'm acting to help people and you're acting to help people and we're all acting to help each other, then that in itself becomes a system. It becomes a framework by which a society can grow out of. That is the main thing that Charlie Kirk was fighting. It wasn't just fighting that it was religion or it's like God or Jesus of all this. It was so much more than that. Those were symbols that were the underlying framework which created the United States of America. It allowed us to take the ideas of the Greeks, Socrates, Aristotle, and Plato's, come up with empowering the people and giving a moral and ethical compass to the people. And the later version of what we're experiencing in post-society in the modern times is we are taking people who are using religion as a weaponized form of slavery to enslave people rather than use, like even Jesus, when he went in, Jesus attacked the church, right? Jesus really attacked the church. He believed in having the power to the people. So all Charlie did by getting killed was prove his very point. All this did was make Charlie Kirk, who probably would have just gone away, he probably would have just kept going, been a hero and gone away. All they did by killing him was glorify him and give him an amazing amount of ammunition now. They have no idea what they just did to Charlie. They have no idea. Yeah, so Brandon. Yeah, Brandon, it's communication glue. Lowry. It's more of a social meeting held by traditions that we honor. And going to those meetings and holding that tradition, it keeps us all collectively engaged, and then we appoint a pastor who looks over everything that we trust, that keeps an eye on everything that we all trust. It's kind of like having a third party of money. If you do a big business transaction, you may have like an account where you set money in from a third party, right? And that individual is responsible for making sure the deal closes. This is a sec of our moral and ethical compass. It's the moral and ethical compass compromised and weaponized into the form of human religion, which doesn't make sense because all religion is made by man. We can believe in a divine power, a greater power, that's great, but we're all people. All the books were written by people. Were they inspired by God? Cool. But what Charlie saw was he saw the collapse of a moral and ethical collapse of the glue that keeps everyone together, that morale. When that dies, what's going to keep society glued together? It's not. What's going to happen is people are going to go out and they're going to start killing people when they can't get what they want. They're going to go out and they're going to start doing all these things that are really bad. They're going to start killing people that they disagree with. And it's a problem. And what Charlie Kirk did was he was trying to fight that problem. The reason they killed him was because he was effective. What is it? Well, of course. Kyle, I have not read that. Yeah, Booty Hunter. I feel you on that. Yeah, so we have 103 votes, right? So of the 103 votes, basically 60 to 70 of those votes, we're like 70% of the chat is in favor that it was bad. 15% are indifferent, but what's up with the 20% saying it's good? That's what I don't get. Right, Jason Moore. So Jason Moore, I agree with that. This was the whole point of the poll. The very fact that people, I don't care if people disagree. I don't care if people agree or disagree. That's not me. Like my own internal opinion, what happened to Charlie doesn't affect me, right? As an individual. I have my own opinions about it. But when you guys come on here and y'all literally type on here, it's good. You know, if you're being funny, that's fine. But you got to think, man, you're the people that are typing that, I'm not going to try to like say you're the problem with society, but think about that. You are literally voting and saying it's good that a husband expressing his opinion in public was shot. Now, do you think that those people have a moral and ethical compass when it comes to human beings around them? They actually care about people around them. Because if you care about people around you, you're not going to celebrate when someone gets killed, especially when you're not doing anything wrong, like according to the Constitution. Like, sometimes I feel like ripping my hair out because I'm just like, what? That's what happened? Gays and lesbians, I feel for them too. Yeah, Adam S. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Now, I'm not saying agree with Charlie. I'm not saying to do that. No. You probably shouldn't agree with everything that he said because Charlie had some radical, what I would say, Charlie did have some radical beliefs. But it's like, okay, he's not doing anything with his beliefs except expressing it to other people. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. And the very fact that someone can say, oh, that's good. That's good that he got killed. It's just like, what? That's good? It's not like, oh, I'm indifferent, I'm this or that. It's literally the term being phrased and do would be good. For me, that's just crazy. I just can't, I don't know, I can't wrap my head around people who actually think that's good. I guess I just don't understand. Maybe I'm too dumb to understand. Shout out to Vargas. Mackenzie Vargas. Shout out. Happy birthday. How old are you turning? Put these over here. How old are you turning? Turning 15? Well, happy birthday. What do you like to do? Just so you know, on my channel, I have a variety of age groups on my channel. Everybody from ages... I had one 9-year-old moderator I didn't know. I think it was their parents who were on one night. But anyways, all the way up to 60. So I have a variety of age groups. So, yeah. What we got here? I'm 26. You play soccer? That's what's up. Oh, so many. May I ask you if you have had the COVID? Yes, I had 3 rounds of the COVID vaccine. I did. Moderna. At the time, I was still in the military, so I had to get the vaccine. It was mandatory for me. So I was required to get it. So yeah, I did get the vaccine. Do I still look okay? Do I look like I didn't grow another finger or anything? Did you test your white blood cell? No, I did not. I did not. I did not. And I have been curious. I have definitely been curious. Hopefully I'm not too fat. You guys gonna make fun of me. Time to get ready to go to the gym. Shout out to your boy. I'm not too fat, am I? You gotta remember, guys, I'm not in my 20s. I'm almost 40. Am I looking okay for almost 40? Looking all right? Not bad for 40, right? Thanks. Nice tats. Kathos, appreciate it. Yep, let's see. Guess now we're just gonna... Let's just get ready to go to the gym. Pop that on. Where's my other hoodie at? Pop this on real quick. Then we'll get ready to go train. All right. Coffee. Get my gym bag over here. Gym bag. Headphones. Right here. You guys want to see something cool? We the people. It's my We the People lifting belt. Yeah. Alright. Put that there. Got that. Got this, got this, got this. Put my straps there. Yep. Got some Total War pre-workout. That's good. Put that there. All right. Gym time. Jesus loved you this time. Well, no, absolutely. There's nothing we can do about it, Charlie. I was just curious about what people's decisions were, just like just in general. I was just curious what people's overall. I was curious what people's opinions were about Charlie getting killed. I really was. So, guys, y'all know I live out in the country. So once I get on this country road back here, once I start driving over here, I'm not going to really be able to have too much. I'm not going to have much signal. So here in a second. Still like evening workouts, not morning workouts. Every time. Anyways, there's the Constitution. What we got? Yo, what do U.S. neighbors look like? Country. All right. Can you guys hear me okay? Let me play one more little bit before I get ready to go. We got old Roman. Good afternoon. Does that say water? Joe Dirt, welcome back. Is the Confederate flag evil? I don't think the Confederate flag's evil. I mean, just so you know, in case anyone was wondering this, y'all probably know, but this is a 1776 Boston tea-stained flag with the 13 original colonies, the greatest flag America ever had. But is the Confederate flag? Is the Confederate flag racist? I don't know. A flag does not have a single representation, normally, unless it's freedom for the United States. But everyone has a subjective and individual. Everyone has a subjective and individual opinion. So when I see the Confederate flag, I do not think evil. I do not think slavery. I just think of the southern United States. That's it. And that's filled with good and bad people of every race and every gender there is. There's good people and there's bad people. It's just how it is. Try to be a good person, not a bad person. Gonna zone out for a second. What we got? Hello, bro. What are the chords? I don't know the Mario. What do you say? Dude wears headphones. Dude wears hairphones. I have sensitive ears. I have sensitive ears. lost it for a second. What is this? Oh, I didn't even notice there was more things. Watermelon. What is this? You look stupid? Oh man, look how stupid. Oh, were you talking to me? Oh, that's sad, dude. said hi. Hello. Groot Sinu. Rest in peace, Charlie. Rest in peace. I loved him. Shout out. Hey, everybody who came into the room. Yeah, shout out, man. Kind of bummed out today, dude. Charlie getting shot. That's so shitty, dude. These liberal bastards. Slay them all. Slay them all. Interesting. I wish Charlie's family good luck. He was a good guy. Seemed to be someone who a lot of people believed in. I'd like to think there's a heaven and hell. I'd like to think he's at the better spot. I guess that's what they call it, faith, right? What's this? What is this? What is this? Watch this. He said, I do he believe there is a God. Who? He was a good guy. Yeah, play Imperial March. Matt, that's funny. I don't think I can play that off the top of my head. I'd have to look at it. Do you have an EXE problem? What's EXE? Do you have an EXE problem? What's EXE? I forgot I was on stream. I wish I could. I wish I could, man. So let's say 193 votes. 193 votes. Let's see what we got. 65% said bad, 21% say good, 14%. Okay. End poll. Good poll. 195 votes. Let's do another poll. Okay. We'll start another one. Oh, do you live USA? Damn, I messed that up. My bad. All the stuff, there's no way I'm going to be able to have a channel here and become monetized unless I talk about these crazy subjects. I've done looked at the stats. Let's see here. The timing of the poll and the name is great. Huh? Ooh-wee. Man, that's crazy, man. Absolutely insane, man. I feel like a lot of my energy is just kind of gone. Anyways, going on 184 minutes, 76 likes. That's over 2 hours. All right. So 20% of the people in the chat hate America. All right. Wiki, wiki, wiki! Wook, wook, wook. Can I rap? I can speak fast in timing. Zip a zap a zoop a zap a zip a zap a zo. 2, 4, 6 to the 8. Woke up in the morning and I felt great. Saw the news. Charlie got shot. Hit the world. Hit it to the rock. Baka, 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 baka. Baka, 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 baka. Rest in peace, Charlie. South Africa. Rest in peace, South Africa. South Africa. There we go. Shout out from everybody who came into the chat. I said shout out to South Africa. Because somebody from South Africa came in here and was talking to me. Ooh. All right. Let's see how many chats we got now. Polish, maybe. Can you rap? So don't you worry about me. By Bad Boy Chiller Crew. Eligura. Okay. Thanks. Oh, cools. Oh, cools. Africans, Dutch. What about South Africa? Somebody I thought was in front of understands. Rest in peace. Yeah, so somebody was from South Africa. I was saying hey to them. From South Africa.
Can you rap? Yeah, I can rap when I feel like it. I mean, all rapping is talking really fast and saying what's on your mind, right? You got to be in the right mode to rap, though. Kind of got to be in the right mode. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I'm not a rapper. We have a lot of supporters here that love Trump and Charlie Kirk. Ella. Rapping. I speak Obi-Wan. I thought I'd learn about. Ah, well, there you go. Welcome. Rapping is the thing that Mexicans do. All right. Yeah, essentially the 1776, the whole point of this chat was to bring people who actually liked the country and wanted the country to be better. Have a chat that when we come in here, we can bring a bunch of those people together and then let those people network amongst themselves. Because I'm only an individual with a camera, right? But what I can do is I can go live, have the algorithm send people here, and you guys can like and comment. By the way, don't forget to like, comment, and share. Go to America United 1776. We have had a lot of death in the family here in the last 2 years. So between that and having to rebuild the farm and everything, it's been a lot of work. So essentially, when I have my spare time, I come in here and engage with you guys. So we got USA supports my country, bro. Your German chocolate kicks, isn't it? German chocolate kicks. Your German chocolate kicks, isn't it? Oh, no, I've never done meth. I don't know. A lot of people think that I do drugs or drink and do a bunch of stuff, but I don't. I study a lot. I spend a lot of time working. Working is my drug of choice. Nope. Supposedly I have ADHD, but I don't take any medication. Wind's picking up outside. Yeah, ADHD is a time maturity. I read this the other day. What did I read? ADHD, if you have bad ADHD, you procrastinate and you can't get things done. What it typically means is when you were younger, you were under a lot of stress and your parents were under a lot of stress. And if you are severely ADHD, that means basically your mother and father were under a lot of stress when you were born. And the processes that needed to occur for you to have a sense of urgency to get things done with time was never properly developed. Like for myself, I have deadlines due all the time. And a lot of times with my deadlines, sometimes I don't complete them because I'm working on like 50 things at once. And you know, when I need to turn on my sense of urgency, I can get stuff done. But being able to what is it? Attention deficit hyperactive disorder? Yeah. Because I definitely don't have a hard time focusing on if it's something that I want to focus on. But if it's something that I don't want to focus on, getting my body to want to do that, even though I have no interest in it, I have a really hard time getting my body to do that. So how do I do that? Practice it, man. Just practice on doing it. You know, drink lots of water, maybe take some caffeine. What is it? It said just do the important things. Yeah, Fazan, that's a good way to say it. But there's some people who, remember, your brain is wired a certain way. When you're younger, if you don't have the proper environment for the brain to develop all the pathways, you're going to have to wait for that environment to happen so you can develop those pathways. And I find a lot of people with bad ADHD, like, there's a common trend with people with ADHD. High stress exposure to the parents, the mother particularly, but the child was just so stressed out during the womb or during childhood, the brain never fully was able to develop the mechanisms needed to have a sense of urgency. That's just kind of how it is. What does it say? It says, yeah, rest in peace, Charlie. Verhalten therapy, which is a practice to get along with your low dopamine. Huh. That changed though. What does it say, can? Anyways, what change? All right, so we're going on to 200 minutes. We have the creators in our lives. Is people talking about God again? Let's see. The crown was never somewhere else, never on some distant stone. It's been here along, so close you couldn't see it into this. You've always been the one. What is this? Levi, Jesus? That's not God. That crown was never somewhere else, never waited on some distant throne. It's been here. I don't know, I just think there's so much stuff. What's the smile thing? I think there's so much stuff that the human brain just never going to understand. That's what I've concluded. All the wealthy people I know are connected. Well, define wealthy. What is wealthy? Some people are so poor that all they have is money. Think about that. That's one of my favorite quotes. Some people are so poor that all they have is money. Now, you should want to do what needs to be done, right? Like properly, the right things, right? But that's not always going to happen. Yeah, that's that. See, the thing is, money will buy you things that will make you, I don't want to use the word happy. So let me think about this for a second. Well, money can get you rich, but all the riches in the world won't make you wealthy. I think wealthy, in my opinion, being wealthy is about having internal peace, right? Just coming to a state like absolute wealth is having peace of mind, understanding that ignorance is bliss, but at the same time, the human mind can't understand everything. And you know you're only here on this planet for a little while. So while you're here, like, get something done. Simple as that. Yep, rich and wealthy is different. Well, money, you say money will give you freedom and power. Will it? Will money give you power? Again, there's a difference between being rich and being wealthy, right? There's a lot of people in the world with lots of money that can buy whatever they want, and they're miserable. And there's a lot of people who don't have a lot of money and are extremely wealthy. You have to accept things that you can't change. And if you want to become wealthy, you have to be wealthy in your internal state, like your heart, your mind. And yeah, it's not bad to get money. I'm not against getting money or any of that. But if you're not in love with yourself now, and you don't love yourself truly, getting more money is not going to make you happy. It's not necessarily going to make you more powerful. Because in order to get money, you normally have to do something. You have to sell something, right? But what if you have to continue to work for that money for the rest of your life? Now you're not really powerful. You're serving the money. If your master is money and you're doing everything to serve money, but that doesn't fulfill you or make you happy, or are you really wealthy? Even if you have all the nice cars, if you have everything you want, but you're still not satisfied, the internal state, not just working for money, but getting wealth. I think wealth comes more through knowledge and just understanding more about the world around you. Ultimately opening up your own personal conscience to understanding more about the world around you. And the more you understand that, the more you see how the world is intertwined and interconnected. And I think that's kind of the beauty of life. I think monks understand this. I think people that go out into the wild and just kind of like isolate themselves to just focus on their own existence, there's a lot to be said about that. Now, also having a social structure and bringing people together, I think there's a lot of experience we can learn through life by experiencing through other people. But there's also things we experience through nature, through animals, through wildlife. Everything is an experience. Everything in life is an experience. What is this, NGA? Schnabu NGA? What does it say? I ain't begging for woodshot. Hey, welcome back, Tujo. I has 2,460 on my main channel, so don't need to beg for nothing. Okay. Whatever that means. Yeah, hey, what's up, Woodshot? Yeah, I did get a haircut. Does my haircut look good? Does it look fire? I only talk to women, to be honest. That was to you. You saying I beg for subs. Huh. I don't think you're talking to me. About to say, I didn't say anything about subs. Yeah, bye, Charlie. See you at the next speech. Mm-hmm. Oh, I already know. I talk a lot. Like, I've got some stuff in my mind right now, but I've already know, like, with the right ammunition, sitting up there and talking to someone, I can go head to head and talk with someone all day. I can go and talk all day if I need to. What is this? Nice glasses. Oh, you like my Costas? Thank you, brother. Oh, okay. PD. Yeah, I was wondering. I was like, I don't think I said anything about subs, but yeah. As far as subs in general, anybody who's in this chat, if they go into any of my videos, I've done videos for a while. I've got lots of videos on the channel. If you just go into some random videos and just go in there and say, hey, was in your live stream. Thanks for sharing or whatever. I'll go through my back office comments and I try to go through and reply to you guys from time to time. I really do try to go through and reply as much as I can. Got to go. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, Groot, that's fine. So what do I think about Kirk? Where have I been? Busy. Doing what I do. I don't have all the time in the world to stream like I used to. I say all the time in the world. You got to think, I have my businesses and I make my money and I'm trying to consider how much money can be made on YouTube to become monetized and comparing those two and just trying to figure out, where my time is, basically best spent. Working with my clients, doing my coaching, or going live on YouTube. Your trauma. What does trauma bonded mean? You said you're trauma bonded to the US. What does that mean? Got no point. What's the point? Keep it up. Yes, yes, yes. Love US. 47 votes, 45% yes, 32% no, 23% rest in peace, Charlie. All right. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate you guys coming in. On that note, I will see you guys next time. God bless you all and stay good.